I do, okay? I am definitely live now. All right. Blessed be high, O my soul. That is the I am that I am, the great I am. And Yeshua, my Savior, the true Son of the Most High, the living Word, I shall be confident. As this video is most certainly titled Rebuke to Demi Lavato, I got some real stuff. First of all, we're going to be remembering Earl Lewis, not calling him DMX, calling him by his name. Secondly, we're going to address and righteously and rightly deal with the media agenda of assassination concerning our men, our people, and the Most High's children. And we're going to show you how to properly identify with the enemy and the serpent seed and the wicked children on trying to create a narrative concerning those that we say are dead, those that sleep. First, I want to read out of the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, verses 8. If you see the oppression of the poor and violent perversion of judgment and justice in the city, and do not marvel at this matter, for he who is higher than the highest is watching, and he who is higher over them. What I want you all to understand is that whenever a person who is a celebrity or anyone that is influential with position does something in this kingdom, just a second, bear with me. I need y'all to be a little more quiet back here, please. Thank you so very much. Whenever someone who is a celebrity or in a position of power with influence does something in this kingdom to afflict this kingdom by doing things for the kingdom of the Most High, the kingdom of darkness is going to create a retaliation. And the only thing and the only tool they have is death. We were already told to not fear those who can kill the body. We were commanded to simply only be thou strong, courageous, and fearless. Joshua 1:9. Joshua 1:9. I have so many indignation of righteousness within me right now. But but it's not taking me by surprise. I'm not marveled at it. Because we know how the children of darkness work. First and foremost, I'm going to play a video concerning Demi Lavato being what she calling herself. The bait is what she called survival's guilt. What I want to say too before I play that, I'm going to play a little song by my brother Anaviel, which is called Children of the Light. And there's a part in this song I want y'all to hear, because in this song, it's simply saying that it's not about how important, how long a person lives, but it's about your life when you're here. We know in John 17 that the Messiah, before he left here, he prayed, he said that I have done the work that you sent me to do. I've completed my task, my course. We know that when he did his ministry, Yeshua was a mid-age. He was not an old man. And he started when he was young in the temple. When you are on this planet and you do what you're supposed to do, when your work is done, it's done. It doesn't matter if you was just supposed to be that one person who was carrying a pitcher of water to just stand by to the disciples, say, hey, where are we supposed to have this Passover at? It doesn't matter if you was blind on your life and you're just supposed to be waiting till you hear the manifestation of the good news. It doesn't matter how long or how short your lot, according to what was written for your name, was for you. When you've done what you're supposed to do and you're done, it is done. Now, I'm going to play this clip concerning Demi Lovato talking in regards to her understanding and why she's here and everything of the such concerning Earl not being here. All right. It's going to be some things I got to get through. So let's stay tuned. All right. So I'm going to just mute that because a few of this stuff in the beginning is just, it's brought to us by petblog.com.
Everybody Hates Chris is rapper DMX's goddaughter. There was a point in time that people thought that she was his biological daughter based on how close they are. Nope, but they are goddaughter, godfather. But anyway, as expected, she has briefly spoken out about X and his condition. She took to Twitter and said, "I just want to say thank you for all the messages."
This is by Paige Hard, I think that's her name. Paige, not by Paige. This is a tweet that's about the person Petty Blog on YouTube uploaded a video, and they're sharing the tweet of Paige Hurd concerning saying, "Just want to thank you for all the messages, love and prayers. It's not over until God." She puts there, but we know, what the world understands. The Most High, the Creator, by says it's over. Keep praying. He's still fighting now. For where she's at in her understanding concerning the fight. What people have to understand is that when you surrender to the Most High, you surrender everything concerning your life to Him. He's the handler now. When you're not surrendered to the Most High, the wicked one of this world is your handler. Okay? He's able to give you a false narrative of peace. He's able to give you a false narrative of provision. He's going to give you a false narrative of love. He's going to give you a false narrative of gospel. He's going to make sure he got you settled and comfortable so that whenever you think about leaving, he ain't going to let you. But I'm going to let you know something. The word says that if there be any, that's the prayer that Solomon wrote, and it's also written in the book of Nehemiah. It's written all in this word. He said that if you come to mine in the land that I have driven you, I will go as far as farthest to the heaven and to the depths of the sea. And we know that our ancestors definitely jumped ship off them ships when our ancestors realized they was not trying. They basically said death before dishonor. So when the Most High call his people back, they're coming back. My point, what I'm saying here, beloveds, is that though the world sees the end of his life being as defeated, there's one picture surfacing. The Father gave me confirmation on. And in that picture, he was in his bed, in a hospital bed. And on his face, there was a smile, a very dim grin, a very dim grin, a very dim grin. And that smile, I saw the peace. And I remembered in the summertime, there was a video surfacing where he said the Most High is giving us peace right now. I uploaded this video in the summertime. And I basically, this title, I think it's called Even DMX Gets It. And he led people in the prayer to believe in the Son, according to where he was and the understanding he had. Bottom line, his heart was pure. And that's the Most High, and the Most High is dealing with him on that. The Most High knew and was dealing in everything. Bottom line, he didn't let his agreements, contracts, influencers, handlers, or anything stop him from believing he can call on to the Most High. And his faith in that, his bold, courageous faith in that, showed the Most High to say, oh, nothing's too hard for me. And he showed up in his life. And because this kingdom was angry that he began to be a light, and what their little attempts of their narrative a picture they tried to paint of Earl, known as DMX. They tried to make his last moments be like it was an overdose. Ain't y'all getting tired of the same old pattern? Stop believing what these liars is talking about. Okay, so when Whitney Houston said, I look to you, I look to you. When she began to say she looked to the Most High, overdose. Pay attention, family. The enemy don't like traitors. But the Most High, he always said in his word that to those who it's like the prodigal son story, or those that was righteous all along, but then at the end, they turned wicked. But those that was wicked all along, but at the end, they turned to righteousness. But the one who was righteous all along and turned to wickedness is as though his righteousness was nothing. Those of the hip hop world, they gonna only remember D. They're not gonna remember, and they can't even know or begin to know or have any idea. But those that be alert by the Spirit of the Most High, We can see through certain things. The Most High gives us certain intelligence. He gives us certain wisdom. He gives us certain drops to see through things. They weren't with that man when he was crying out. They wasn't with that man in that cell. And I'm hurt. My heart is hurt that the media is continually assassinating. He said in a video, I'm God's child. I'm God's son. It doesn't matter what filth it is. When you repent, when you confess your sins, and you rely, you call on the Most High. He is faithful. He is just. And nothing is too hard for him. And there are some celebrities who need this hope, who in their ignorance are perishing. And D said it. Perishing. He said, the word says that my people perish due to a lack of knowledge. If only you had known. Death is not it. Death don't mean it's over. Death don't mean that's it for that person. But right when he began to turn his life around, the Most High said, this is just where I need you. Let me tell you how the Most High is. He's so good. If you've been living your life in sin and in rebellion, and you turn around your life for the Most High, he knows the depth of what you was what you was dealing with. He'd rather take you out of this realm where they can't touch you no more. Demi Lavato, this is your rebuke. You need to keep your mouth shut. Talking about you dancing with the devil, then you want to turn around talking about something while you still here. I tell you why you still here. Because you're not doing nothing. This is your portion. Now I'm going to play a little funny little speech where she said, basically, she's like what I call the priestess of Satan, who wants to come and set the stage and set the table for the smudge campaign to begin.
I want to say thank you for all the messages, love, and prayers. It's not over until God says it's over.
That's my page heard.
Still fighting. Prayer and heart emojis. And on Instagram, she posted a Bible verse in her stories, followed by throwback videos of her and her godfather, which she overlaid with, please look at how nosy he is, LOL, then boom.
Okay, so that's just the girl page heard playing a little thing on her video, on her little Instagram thing of memories with her and D. Okay, he in the background just looking over at it, whatever like that. You know, just being Earl, just being a man, you know, just being relatable with her. All right. Once that part, because my intention of playing is to get to Demi Lovato's little, what she said, her little setting of the table for who she worked for. Here we go.
Now comparing herself to DMX. She said, anytime that I see somebody OD or even pass away that's in the public eye, I immediately think, you know, that could have been you had you not been putting all this work into the last couple of years.
Talking about Demi Lovato, first of all, wants to talk about when she sees D or Earl or anybody in this public eye that passed away, she thinks that could have been you. But she was putting all this work in. First of all, she already let it be known that she didn't die because she was putting work in. In other words, trying to say he wasn't putting in no work. That's the clue right there. She wasn't working for the master, the handler. She turned her back on our handler, so he turned his back on the handler. So this is why he's dead. Little slick, little disrespectful priests, wicked ones, I see you and we caught you. And you may think because the public eye is blinded, you got somebody else on your back you need to be concerned for. And that's the righteous elect of my Father. That's who you need to be worried about. Because we can set some prayers and come see about you while you dancing with the devil. And you think that you bad. And you think that you're hard. And you think that you're untouchable. Hold on. Mom, can you take care of that for me? If there's anything I need to know, let me know. That's the man who's working on the children's trampoline. Talking about, I'm putting in this work. Thank you so much, sweetheart. You have a blessed day. This man came through and fixed the baby's trampoline in the rain. And anywho, Back to what I was saying though. Talking about she was putting in this work. What work was you doing, Demi Lavato? Nobody really cares. So you always try to see the irrelevant ones, especially if they be of the kingdom of Edom. They find ways when it's our people being their stage sacrifice. You can have the body, you can have that, but you can't have a soul. So when they realize they lost a soul, they want to, out of retaliation, try to crucify the body. They did it to our king. Listen what she's saying, y'all. Talking about, it could be, let me read it. She's talking about, anytime that I see somebody OD or even pass away that's in the public eye, I immediately think, that could have been you had you not been putting all this work into the last couple of years of your life. The 28-year-old Disney alumni, again I read, 28-year-old Disney alumni, Disney priestess of Satan, shared, there's times where I've even talked about feeling survivor's guilt. Girl, shut your mouth up. Because you ask yourself, why am I still here? Why are others not? First off, I'm going to address that. Why is this round supposed to be the prize? This isn't even the prize. This kingdom is not nothing. The righteous, the ones that are sent, we're here for one accord, for one purpose, and that only. We don't esteem to be comfortable here. We don't give a John Brown about the little trinkets and the Happy Meals here. We don't care about the public eye's opinions or the opinion of what others think. Why am I still here? So you mean tell me you put all this work in and you didn't find purpose in yourself while you're here? You wait till somebody else's life is complete for you to question why you're here? Girl, you just show yourself to be incomplete. You just show yourself to be a priestess of Satan for your own demise. And you're dizzy. While trying to set the stage to make Errol look like he wasn't doing no work and he died, he overdosed. And it's just, they take little other opinions of influencers to set the stage to frame your mind to think a certain way concerning someone, so that like you ain't got your own brain and mind to examine things your own self.
Your life. The 28-year-old Disney alum shared. There's times where I've even talked about feeling survivor's guilt. You ask yourself, why? Survivor's
guilt. If you have a higher power working in your life to help you overcome and complete something, when you know that you shouldn't have even deserved it, you're not going to feel guilt for having it. You're going to know that I'm already forgiven. I'm already declared worthy and precious, divinely protected and provided for. The word of the Most High will destroy the devil every time. I'm already walking in authority. I already am made free, and I'm already granted access. Everything I need and I want, according to righteousness. What am I really saying to y'all right now? What am I trying to get you to see? Is that she's trying to act like, oh my gosh.
I want to play outside.
Go ahead, Zebby.
Yay.
I'm already, no. Come back. Get your shoes on. Go out the side door. The Illuminati, the Masons, the synagogue of Satan, the wicked Kabbalah, all y'all are so elementary with your wickedness. It's pathetic. And it ain't of myself. It's of my good old fashioned father, who just pulls it on y'all every single time. So you went and got your little dancing with the devil daughter. You went on down there and got dancing with the devil daughter to try to paint the stage as, oh my goodness, he didn't survive. Gee, that's bad. I guess he wasn't doing the work. That's probably why he died. I was doing all this work, acting like I was, losing weight and all this and the third. I was overdosed and da-da-da-da-da. Greetings, my brother. Of course they're not giving you notifications. You already know what it is. I apologize. But I know at least you'll be able to replay this and whatnot and whatever have you. What I'm talking to the family right now is we talk real, recognizing real. So shouts out to my sister Roxanne Shantae, who kept it a whole wide buck concerning the situation. She kept it real. And I'm so glad that she came out and said what she said. I'm going to play her part too. So versus Roxanne versus Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato represents the handlers. Roxanne just a real thorough sister from the way who can relate to in a way more beyond hip hop. She got to deal with the person. She got to deal with the man. But still, even Roxanne, because she's not on the level where the Most High certain elect are, even she's limited to a certain amount of understanding. And what they don't understand is that when the Most High takes something once from here, it ain't always because of judgment. It's also some time to protect them. Lest we forget Elijah. Talking about some survivor's guilt. Well, I want you to know, Demi Lovato, you don't need to feel guilty. This is your rebuke. And guess what? The Most High don't deal with y'all because he don't care about y'all. So this is why he allows you to get away with certain things. You're only getting away with it till that day comes. And when that good old-fashioned trumpet blows and the earth begins to quake, then let's see how much guilt you got then. Stop worrying about somebody else. Stop trying to be slick with your little slick little cunning stuff, trying to paint the stage for those you work for. Mad because he wasn't working for y'all no more. And y'all want to try to pay him like he overdosed. He was deprived oxygen. Because guess what? The Most High put a tag on him and said, don't resuscitate this one. This one's coming with me. And I ain't speaking on nothing I don't know.
It is not. The art of starting over, Singer said survivor's guilt is a challenging thing to get over. But ultimately, I had to realize that every day is a day that someone else doesn't get.
This ain't about you, Demi. This ain't about you. This ain't about you, beloved. I need my brothers and sisters to hear me today. I'm going to read it again. Ecclesiasticus chapter 5, verses 8. If you see the oppression of the poor and violent perversion of judgment, and justice in a city, do not marvel at this matter. For he who is higher than the highest is watching, and he who is higher over them. Don't get it twisted. Don't you forget about the rich man and the beggar man. When the beggar man was done, he was taken to the bosom of Abraham. They want you to think that Earl Simmons, known as DMX, overdose. That's what they want to do. And they're going to toss around pictures of his prior times and before your face. They're not going to remind you of the speeches when he said, the Most High did this whole thing to give us peace. And if you ain't learning to get best friends with him and learn how to pray for yourself and have that time with him, you missing out on a lot. They forgot in his last speech when he was in jail, he said he wasn't going back. So before he got stepped foot out of the jail cells, he was already free. And they was mad. Because the word, like my brother Paul said, who shall separate us from his love? Y'all can't separate us from his love when we operate out of strength, courageousness, and fearlessness. When we're not afraid of y'all. When we know y'all ain't nothing but cowards. The devil and his squad, Illuminati, Masons, Synagogue of Satan, the Kabbalah. Y'all are no threats to the living. Because our king said, be of good courage. He's already overcame. He said, be of good cheer. We're commanded to not be taken, to not be deceived, to not be fearful and doubt concerning your stupid little nonsense you've given us. We ain't pressed. I don't care if it's about 15,000 of them preaching the same lie. I'm going to be that one beacon of light, yelling out from the mountaintops the truth. Because they playing with my people's heads, and I'm not going to sit here and let this happen. I'm not going to sit here and let this happen. I want y'all, when y'all going through the video, if you concern yourself, you call it a distraction. This ain't a distraction. There's truth in this. Any opportunity I can see to get exposed the kingdom of darkness, I'm going to take it. I'm up for the job. I'm like, Father, you got any extra word for me? It's nothing. I'm going to take every opportunity to expose the priestess of Satan. Holler at me. What's up?
Every day that I'm here on this earth is a day that I need to be counting my blessings for and just being appreciative and grateful.
Count her blessings. Right. So you work and you talk about blessings and you put the count and you put the credit on yourself. Because you know what? You have no higher power. You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like Lucifer's daughter. Oh, I could have been dead had I not been doing all this work. And I just look at myself and say, wow, I'm surviving. But you ain't really going through nothing, Demi. You ain't really going through nothing. Y'all can't even put yourself on our comparison of what we endure. You don't know real struggle. You know what it's like to be in ex's shoes? You know what it's like to have your mother drop you off at a daggone orphanage? And everybody trying to paint you as a mad junkyard dog. So basically, like, this gonna be your character in the circus. This is gonna be your character in the entertainment world. We're not entertaining y'all no more. That type time is over with. We tired of playing your little Cora Jessen, shucking and jobbing, catching and fetching. That is done. It's over. You only got 400 years. You ain't getting nothing else. You know, and guess what? Anybody else that want to continue to entertain you, I'm gonna make their entertainment for you to be hard. I'm gonna make it uncomfortable for you. I'm gonna make it uncomfortable for them. I'm going to make sure they get these messages of truth. I'm going to pray that my spirit visit them in a night. I'm going to pray that when they go to somewhere they want to go, most of the time make somebody be there as a beacon light to visit them. That they can't turn away from it. They get smacked, hit with a left jab of truth to shake the reality into them of the realness of my Father. The power of the Creator. Talking about some survivor's guilt and all this in the third and all this in the third.
Also, it makes
Demi, you thought you
were
was asleep.
The best life I can possibly live, knowing that others didn't get the same chance that I did.
Just a little note. The Edomite demons, women's, will have less talent, skill, and credibility as a brother Jacob would. But they would give them more credit, more elevation in this kingdom to make the man want to esteem to be more hard, and then tell him, hey, at least just marry one of them. That's your way of coming up, marrying one of them. I want to say to the family of X, if they happen to find this video, I know it may be hard for y'all, but y'all don't need to mourn. What y'all need to do is rejoice, because the enemy tried to snatch his soul and they didn't get that one. They didn't get that one. They're mad. So don't be naive and try to pick up what the shoes he threw. Don't try to pick up the mantle he tossed to the side and surrendered himself to the Most High. And pick up the shoes that he tossed and try to walk out and think that you're doing something in the remembrance of your father. Because see, that's what the enemy wants. Says, okay, I can't get you. I'm going to come for your children. And I'm going to need my brothers and sisters to be righteous, who be real prayer warriors, to put that family in prayer, them children. Because let me tell you something. When we endure certain things and we go through things, there's generational territory curses that try to come. His mother left him at an orphanage, and now he's gone. And those children are growing up without their father. And even as they were growing, when he was on earth, they still said it was come without their father. But I want y'all to know that the handle has been cut. Most I cut the tie. He cut the ties. That's in my father's business. This is what we do. Like, it's not to my father to break yokes and burdens heavy laden on his children. This is what he do. We're not worried about the crime of those who've been fired. You just racket. You just racket. Demi and the other ones in the hip hop world. He didn't leave here being a hip hop rough rider no more. And it'd be a shame. It'd be a shame if what he tried to establish would be swept under the rug by those who once handled him, because they can use propaganda to present something to look like. Well, they're trying to present their victory, but they really lost. That's what it is. Now let's go to Roxanne Shante. Let me finish with this. Mind you, look at Demi. Look at Demi, though. Look at her. Trying to give you Tony Braxton, Monica vibes. But that's neither here nor there.
Anytime that I see somebody OD or either pass away, I'm feeling survivor's guilt, because why am I still here?
Interesting. But what are your thoughts?
Think about that. She looking down the whole time, and then when she says, why am I still here? She looks up at the camera. Like, oh, that's a shame. You lost one? Well, how about you think about it like this? Why do you think he's not here? To create like as if his death represents defeat. The same thing they try to do with our king. They thought because he was on that cross and they had the body, our people was crying and Yeshua was walking with him and saying, well, what's the matter? Why y'all, what's the matter of this conversation? Like, why y'all sound defeated like this? What's going on? They didn't even know it was the Messiah. Why y'all crying? Well, what you don't know? He died. He was on crucifix. Where you been at? But did I not tell you? Did I tell you all these things? Did not our king give us the blueprint of the serpent seed in the book? Should we not be able to identify when they trying to handle one of ours? And should we not be able to identify a victory of a Most High and not be beguiled by the wicked little snares and traps of the enemy? My father already knew I was going to do this today. He fully sent forth my forces before I even came on here today. Before I knew what I was going to do. Fully equipped, fully covered. But I need my brothers and sisters to fully understand. This is not an overdose. Please don't sit at the table of the media garbage. Stop going to the media buffet. Please, please. Sit at the table of truth. Now let's get Roxanne Shante on the matter. Roxanne basically clipped it above. She simply said, if y'all think that he was just angry and just mad and a rapper and a gangster and da-da-da-da-da, that's another thing they wanted to pay him by. Because when he was getting money, but the sores and the wounds of him from a child was never whole. He was never healed. And he found his peace. He got complete, not by a check, not by a record label, not by movies, but by the Most High reaching down and touching him. And there's another sermon he got on somebody's church or somewhere. And he was like, tragedy is the stage for a miracle. And I wouldn't be able to relate all the more had I not came through my own. My father reached out and got me out of some mess. That's like if I was a celebrity and while I was alone in my shed and I was puffing on my blunt and he said, you're going to get the victory over this and gave me strength and believed in me to pick me out of my mess and set me on my way. And here I am today. And if I was to be taken out of here, they would take my videos and try to make me look like I was just some piehead, crazy welfare recipient, single mother or whatever. When I was left here complete, they are famous for stealing our stories and painting them as though they were the hand, like they won, like we were defeated. This is what they do. They'll come up with slave movies. We always get reminded every Black History Month or in between time when they feel convenient to paint the fact that we were slaves. But they don't never show you in the movies when they were stealing our books and our literature and they took our history and flipped the coin on us and whitewashed everything. Tell us about that. Devils. Now I'm going to play Roxanne Shante real quick.
Let me tell y'all something. And this is one of the most serious things that I've ever said. Maybe even one of the most emotional and personal things that I've ever said. And it has to do with DMX and it has to do with his passing. But not only his passing, but his childhood and what he has went through. What we have went through. Now, my relationship with DMX, we wasn't super close, but we had time enough to be able to talk to each other. And coming from similar backgrounds, there's certain things I need y'all to understand. And this is not what somebody told me, this is what he said to me. He said,
Can y'all hear it clearly? Exactly, brother Jack. That's right, bro. And we not and knowing who we are also is a part of knowing what we're here for. We ain't gonna sit here and question ourselves, well, why am I still here? That means I'm incomplete. That's just proof right there. Demi, you mean to tell me you're working for the devil and you still don't know why you're here? Because you know why? You're fulfilling his reason why he's here. You have no purpose. Your purpose has been turned to the purpose of the will of the enemy. So then while you try to slander someone who completed their purpose, who even if he didn't complete his purpose, was complete in himself and got whole, while you trying to slander him, sweetie, you still in the palms dancing with the devil, with your dizzy self. And go have a seat somewhere and shut your mouth up. Because you ain't talent. You ain't real. We don't care about your struggles. And I'm just saying that from this. I'm keeping it real. Nobody gets a John Brown.
You know, when he was younger, his mom had took him to a children's home and said that they was just going to visit. And she left him there. She took him there and she left him there.
If your own mother will leave you abandoned, you ain't gonna tell me you're gonna have trust issues. And what happens to the ones who are forsaken and forgotten? Here comes the enemy. This is what he does. That's why a lot of these children we see in the Walmarts on the wall or the missing have you seen me? A lot of them children was a child with a story who light didn't reach them in time. But the enemy is quick, fast. He's on. That's why the Most High says you should not move in haste. The enemy moves to haste. He moves to haste to come sit on my leg. Like Santa Claus. What do you want? Okay. Notice children sitting on the lap of an old white man with a red and white jolly suit. Tell them what he want, and he give it to him, and there ain't no propositions. Who made that funny story up? Anyway, the flip side of that is like the whole vision of the enemy, the devil, Lucifer, the wicked one. Come tell me what you want. Oh, you want a nice car and a nice house, and you want some chains, and you want to be riding clean, and you want to be this and the third, you want to be trending. I'll make you a celebrity. Come sit on my lap. Matter of fact, come give me a lap dance. Yes, beloved. You having fun on your trampoline?
Perfectly. Yeah, I did front flip and land on my feet perfectly, but also I hit my rib.
Be careful. And always pray before you go on there.
Okay.
All right. See, Demi Lavato, that's why she's like, I'm working for the devil. That's why I'm getting all these blessings. But sweetheart, what are these blessings going to, are they going to be able to speak out for you when you come to that day of judgment? What shall you say then? Those that came into this world, what did it say? What is scripture is? Verses 9 of Ecclesiastes chapter 5. Moreover, the riches of the earth are for all. The king himself is served by cultivating his own field. He who loves money shall not be satisfied with money. And he who loves wealth shall not retain it. This is also vanity. So your soul was at extent, the price tag on your soul was vanity. Pride. Arrogance. Those three things are very expensive. And guess what? Look like your blood bill is on negative. Demi Lovato and the rest like you. Go on now. Go on and enjoy your wealth and have fun while you still got time. This is your portion. But I assure you, every one of your little wicked little sorcery little tricks.
I have fun on trampoline.
You having fun at trampoline? All right.
Diane's not playing with me.
Who?
Diane.
Because he just got hurt. That's why he's taking a break. Okay.
He got hurt?
Yeah, he said he kind of hurt his little ribs. He did a front flip or something. So all them little tricks you're doing, sweetie, it ain't gonna be. It's the torment. See, the enemy got them thinking, children, because they're serving him now and they're living the life like it's golden, right? They're having such much fun serving the wicked one. He has deceived them to believe that when they get to hell, it's gonna be the same thing. They're gonna be partying. It's just gonna be a little hot. That's what he convinced them to believe, y'all. Isn't that sad? It's like we don't even talk like the right way. Like you don't even like say that's what you get. Like it's really sad. It's really sad. Because it wasn't prepared for souls of men. It was prepared for the enemy, the devil and his angels. But because man wants to serve him, your portion will be with him.
And he was too little to be there, too little to understand how to defend himself, how to take care of himself and everything else. But he did it. And he survived it. And we all have our ways of dealing with it. I've been through that system. I've been through that. I know what it's like when people think that adults don't care about children. I know what it's like to run the streets, sleep on the train, sleep in the hallways, try to sleep at friends' houses, have people tell you to come stay at their house, and their brothers are trying to mess with you, or even their fathers and adults and uncles and shit. I know what it is like. And we all handle it differently. We all have our demons. When people would see me and say how angry I was, they didn't understand what I had endured and what I went through. And as soon as me and DMX came in contact with each other, me and Earl came in contact with each other.
This is an ad, pardon me. But while it's an ad, really quick, I wanted to show y'all this picture. I don't know how I can. Let me see how I can do this. There's a picture on it's okay, let me see. All right, hold on. Let me get my daughter. She might know how to do it. Zeba! Okay, y'all know this picture, it's like this picture right here with him in the hospital bed. If y'all are able to check it out online, like look, like find it. I'm gonna see if my daughter can make it big for me. What I see in his face, I see peace. I don't see, as he was leaving here, the angel of death, a tormenting one, appear unto him. I don't see that. That's what I wanted to say.
Refreshing. It's nice. Like who?
Then they're gonna have a little alcoholic, stupid little ad.
To that spirit. And it makes you overly aggressive. It makes you seem angry to people. It makes you seem mad to people. So people try to find whatever they can in order to overcome that. Some people turn to drugs, some people turn to drinking, some people turn to other things. People wonder why we give so much, the money that I make, right? I give most of my money away to children who are in foster care and going through situations. You know why? Because there was nobody to do that for me.
Now think about it, y'all. I need my brothers and sisters to hear me today. Do you understand that your struggle, that your pain that you endure is actually your seed of your blessing? That anything that you have encountered and you endured, and once you overcome that, you are meant to help forerun beside the ones who are still slacking to help them run this race with you. You are supposed to, when you overcome, it don't matter. Roxanne Shante was a rapper. But now she's able to be a blessing to other children who went through. It's like she ain't used her rap to be like, yeah, I'm here, I'm good. Though she might got money, that little kid and that child in her that endured that pain was still there. So if Roxanne can tell you that I take my money to get to these children, so it's my way of having peace with myself. She's trying to use money to make peace with herself. But what she felt that every time I do it for a child, I'm like seeing me. Every time I do it for the child, I'm seeing me. So that I can like say, oh, I couldn't control myself then. Nobody was there for me then. So if I can be there for somebody, but Roxanne still needs somebody. There's a bigger hand that is able to make her whole. That's what I'm trying to say. These people, these celebrities or influential people, they need wholeness too. Money don't complete you. Demi, what you talking about? So I'm doing the work and got all these blessings. I'm surviving. Is you really surviving though, Demi? Is you really good though, Demi? Is you happy or no? And you ain't got a problem slandering somebody, putting your mouth on somebody else? Girl, if you don't get your girl. Whatever it was, victims of rape, victims of being neglected by family, betrayal, drug addiction, prostitution. I don't care what it was. You trusted the Most High. You call on Him, He gonna get you out of it. And when He gets you out of it, you take that strength, you take that story, and you begin to build for yourself in the kingdom where no man can rob and take, where no man can slander you. There's no propaganda campaigns up there. It's real love up there. Father don't care about nobody else's. He don't care about multitudes of people thinking that you were defeated. He says you are declared justified and He cleared you. You clear. If He begins to see you think to call on Him, He gonna send you help. He don't care about no contract. We don't care about no agreement. That can be denounced. We the nation that was dead. We the dry bones. He's a resurrection. He is the resurrection. Do you believe it?
There was nobody to do that for me. So I do that. I give back. I try to make everybody happy. I try to keep everybody good because of what I may be dealing with.
See, the human nature is to try to make other people happy, even when we ain't happy, to appease ourselves. But see, happiness is temporal, y'all. See, we need joy. That's a fruit of the spirit. And that's what DMX had. He had peace. He had joy. I know if he can change me who I was, and he's still doing what he's doing for me. And the several times I smoked weed when I told the Father, if you give me a baby girl, because I felt I needed someone to love me. I want to have a relationship with my daughter. I want a daughter. I stopped smoking and he did it. And I still had turned my back on him. I had still was smoking weed and he still was faithful. I had guns to my face and he spared my life. Like I know he can do it. I know he can do it for anybody. And I know that he did it for X. I know that he did. And I don't appreciate. This ain't no tears of sadness. I'm angry right now. I don't appreciate the wicked ones. They really think they got the bag. They really think they good. They really think they think because they got. Even Hitler said, if you tell a lie long enough or tell a big lie, you're going to convince everybody. But they don't understand that truth is light. Once truth shines, hello, a lie is exposed. It doesn't no longer stay. It diminishes away. Lie is like death. It's like flesh. It perishes.
Everybody's fighting their own fucking demons. So when I think about it right now, I think about the fact that when that certain amount of peace comes along, why do you think? Let me tell you why Roxanne and Shantae don't drink or don't use drugs. You know why? because I'm so afraid to find some fucking peace in it that I would never stop. I'm so afraid to find some fucking peace in it. I still now.
Facts, y'all. Facts. Like, that's what I was trying to tell you. Like, being so overwhelmed. This is what I had said to myself. I said, yo, listen, right? I said, the devil come for me when I'm smoking. He come for me when I'm not. So I might as well just stay with the Most High, because at least I got a chance to win. At least I got a defense. You don't got no defense when you smoking drugs, when you prostituting yourself, and when you drinking, when you turn your back on the Most High. You is like a daggone sheep to the wolves. I'm trying to tell you. Stop thinking that this temporal nonsense is what's going to complete you. It's not. It's killing you quicker than them. It's killing you quicker than them. And I got tired of that temporal peace. Like, I got tired of that facade of peace. I be in the shed smoking weed, knowing I needed to be in my books. Knowing I had people's lives accountable for, waiting for me. Like, what's the Daza doing? Like, when I tried to have peace in it, couldn't get no peace in there. You know, when you running from the Most High, even in there, you ain't gonna get no peace. And X even said that. He said he will sit you down. He will sit you down.
3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm not happy that I'm up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning posting, knowing that I gotta start my day all over again. But that's because when you go through those systems and you go through that, you learn how not to sleep. You learn how not to sleep.
Ain't that crazy, yo? When you so busy dealing with, when your life is so crazy, you gotta adapt to not even allowing your body functions to do what it's supposed to do. I can't sleep because somebody might rob me. I can't sleep because I might get raped. I can't sleep because it's rats and roaches. I can't sleep. Beyond, I can't breathe, nigga. We can't do nothing in this kingdom. The only way you gonna have a sound mind, peace, and anything like that, I'm telling you, better get with the Most High. Is the only option. He said, in this world you shall have tribulation, but be a good cheer. I already overcame this world. He said, I already beat them. They're nothing. So what new trick they gonna pull out the bag that cannot be overcame? Nothing.
You up, and every time somebody shows you the least little amount of some type of deceit, or you catch somebody wrong, you so quick to let go, because you know that as soon as you let your guards down, as soon as you trust somebody, something bad can happen. Something really bad can happen because you've done it. To miss out on a childhood, and then
ain't that something, bro?
You make the mistakes you make. Yeah, I make mistakes all the time.
Thank you, bro.
And they say, oh, you probably suffer from arrested development. Oh, you probably have this.
I'm sorry for you
that.
went through that too.
I went through some fucking shit.
Oh, pardon me. Listen, they don't want like one baby, not one brown black baby to be born in this land without feeling them cuffs. But let me tell you something, mothers. If you be pregnant, anoint your womb. If you have children, anoint your children and say right now, this generation shall not be cuffed to nothing but the Most High. He gonna cuff them under his wings. I rebuke the arrest demon right now. My prayers for my little children, for the little children, my little brothers and sisters, even my elder brothers and sisters. I am sending a warring, waging prayer against this arrest demon. Let it be their sons and daughters that be under arrest. Daggone demons. Get your filthy hands off of us. Get your filthy mouths off of our life. When people put their negative mouth on it, they're trying to curse us. You can't curse us. The prayers of the righteous availeth much. Now, I want to show y'all. I don't know if y'all remember my video in the summertime. I had put up about X saying, I said, even X get it, y'all. He was talking about prayer. Right? See if I can find it. Even if I can't find it, I'll play it again. I don't even care. I don't even care. I'll play it again. Okay. Listen to him. Listen to him. Hold on. It's an ad. My son. I got my. Let me put my Bluetooth. Hold on. He said he giving us. I remember when I saw this. I was like, yes, brother, yes. It don't matter how late you come. You remember the man on the cross? He said, listen, we did something worthy to be on here. And he ain't did nothing. Can you remember me when you go to your paradise? He said, I tell you today, you shall be with me in paradise. If your heart be right, man, I'm telling you, family, the enemy's job is always to let you know it's too late. His job is to make you think you can't. It's over. Every time he say it's over, just remember you got more time. If you can hear him say it's over, you can also hear the Most High say it ain't over. I don't care. Just don't be a blasphemer. Just don't speak against the Holy Spirit. I'll tell you that.
Peace. Yo.
Sorry.
Your man non-stop on there for you.
Okay. Stizzle. Okay. What up, Stizzle? You know, say what's up to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I love the support. You know what I'm saying? The continued support. It's been riding with me from day one. You know what I'm saying? Ups, downs, good, bad. And I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that I come across, anybody I cross paths with, I know. You know what I'm saying? You know, when I see you, I show the same love you give me. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I do appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? You know. Right.
I want y'all to piece something right now. As soon as that lawnmower stopped, he looked over it. Let me tell you something about the children of the Most High. Very, very sensitive. We're sensitive to surrounded to the round we in. Very attentive. People think that's just a lawnmower going by. Something he about to say is very meaningful. The enemy is always trying to offset and disturb and distract and have something happen to just coincidentally go on. Y'all see when we be live on here. They want to buffer the thing and make the signal be all messed up. Like when I was singing my one freestyle song, I'll re-listen to it and the microphone was going in and out acting stupid. Little stuff like that. Pay attention, family.
Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of people are like, yo, why don't you get on and say prayer? You know, say prayer. You want to say prayer? And the reason I didn't or haven't is because I feel like this is the time when you should learn to pray for yourself. You know what I'm saying? God has given you time away from the distractions. You gotta be on your shoe. You know, away from the distractions like that one. You know, away from the everyday hustle, things that we came to think were important. We're finding out haven't been that important at all. You know, haven't been that important at all. You know, and starting to realize that it's really important. Is having our loved ones around us, having our loved ones with us. You know, close counters. You know, just getting back to who we are, who we're supposed to be. The word says peace, be still. That's the word. Peace, be still. I mean, that's in the Bible. Those are not my words. It's in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And we've gotten that. He forced us into it, you know? But, you know, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen, you know? You know, listen. God's going to make you listen. Believe that. He's going to sit you down. He will sit you down. And that's just what it is. This is what it is. There's some that were home to God. And others who became aware of the grace that God was willing to give them by bringing them back from the brink of Scarface. Amen? Scarface. Making a recovery. Love you, brother. You know? On the other hand, Fred the Godson. He's with God. Godson. Come on. Come on. He's with God right now. You know? My condolences to the family. My condolences to the family of everyone that's lost someone. You know, as a family member or a friend. You know, we feel that pain. But we feel that pain because we're going to miss them being with us. You know? If you think about where they are, hey, they're in a better place. They're in a better place. The word says, when I next observed the oppressions that take place under the sun, I saw the tears of the oppressed. They have no one to comfort them. Their opportunities will power, but they have no one to comfort them. So I declare that the who have already are more fortunate than the living who are still alive. But happy than both are those who have never existed, who haven't witnessed the terrible things that happen under the sun. Ecclesiastes 4. That's the word. I mean, like. The best thing that we can hope for, the most important thing we can hope for, or pray for, or ask for, is that our desires coincide with God's will. At the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, it's going to be God's will. It's always going to be God's will. You try to understand what his, why he does what he does, and it's going to end up with a headache. Just do the right thing. Do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Ecclesiastes 3. There's a season for everything, and a time for every matter under the heavens. A time for giving birth, and a time for planting, and a time for uprooting what was planted. A time for healing. A time for tearing down, and a time for building up. A time for crying, and a time for laughing. A time for mourning, and a time for dancing. A time for throwing stones, and a time for gathering stones. A time for embracing, and a time for avoiding embraces. A time for a time for embracing, and a time for avoiding embraces. What? Come on. A time for searching, and a time for losing. A time for keeping, and a time for throwing away. A time for tearing, a time for repairing. A time for keeping silent, and a time for speaking. A time for loving, and a time for hating. A time for war, and a time for peace. I mean, like I said, it goes back to, some of the prayer, do some prayer. Yo, there are no words more powerful in the book. And your prayer, your own prayer, will do a lot better than someone else praying for you. Whoever hasn't given their life to Jesus yet, whoever hasn't surrendered all the way, though there may be some of you who don't know how. I'll walk you through that right now. If you're serious about it, you don't gotta be serious. If you don't want to do it, don't. Hey, but if you're serious about it, right now, giving your life to the Lord.
That's right. That's right, bro.
Dear Lord Jesus.
That's right.
I realize I'm a sinner. I repent for my sins.
Now you think
right this moment.
You think the Most High was like, nah, he said Jesus. But his heart was pure and genuine. See, when the heart is pure and when the heart is genuine, he's able to shift remember, he's supposed to lead us in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. He's supposed, what is it? Salvation. He's supposed to lead us in this path of righteousness. He's supposed to lead us in the path for salvation. We're not supposed to lead ourselves. We're not supposed to understand his will. We don't have to be all up in his business like that. And we don't need to understand everything he does. What he was trying to speak was to that religious mindset of pray for me, man. No, pray for yourself. In other words, have your sit down, encounter your time with him. Because it really does begin personal. And then after you get that personal completeness with him, then you're able to congregate and come together. Because if everybody coming together and they ain't whole within themselves, what good is their congregation? Their congregation ain't holy. Just think about that. All right.
I receive you as my Lord and Savior. It's that simple. It's that simple, but you got to mean it. You got to mean it.
Gotta be sincere when you talk to the Father.
Everything that's happened is God's will.
Yeah.
Don't try to understand it. Just get that relationship with him. Get that relationship with him. Get that relationship with him, and even the things you don't understand won't be as hard on you as it would be if you try to understand.
And what the Holy Spirit just told me right now is that while they trying to paint the brush of making him be a overdoser, these messages are going to continue to cause an effect. That message right there, hold on, family. That message right there is going to keep on snatching souls just to show the enemy he's defeated. I got like your brother, son. Okay, son. You know. Okay. Yes. You did. I'm coming. All right, I'll be up. You know, remember he showed you cherries this size? You know how many of those angels up there with you?
Dylan, you have to see this. It's really fantastic.
Put the cap back on and put that back in the refrigerator.
This is why we rejoice. Yeah.
Get that juice out of here if I spill it on the carpet.
Hold on, son. Let me finish doing my father got me doing something. And I'll give you my. All right, I'll watch. Okay, what is it? Okay, you playing the Giants, don't do the Giants. I don't like that spell. Don't do them.
Does he know where the workbooks and stuff for him? For them on, like,
Mom,
and,
no, not this minute. They're in my container downstairs, beloved. I'll get them for you in a little bit. So like I was saying, family, Father said, this is why we rejoice. This is why we rejoice, because what the enemy means for wicked and evil, everything that happens to us has to work for our good. You're not going to get to have your card of defaming him, you wicked ones, and then the Most High not going to get his out here and tell the truth. You're not going to think that y'all going to be able to tell your side, and the Most High not going to tell his side. We rejoicing because this very video right here, because now that he's gone, people are going to keep stumbling all the more. You see, those that took this for granted when he was alive, they're not going to take it for granted no more. So now what? Even while he's not here, he's still doing the work. How about it? Snatching souls out the pit. How about it? I love it. That's right. Pure heart, Sister Lisa. That's all it's about. Pure heart. And he going to lead you into, guess what? When I first stepped in this thing, it was my love for him and what I understood him by that led me to truth. When somebody was like, yeah, Eddie Longhead died, finally dead, and Christians, and I was like, wait a minute, why he coming at Christians? Like, hold up, this is the third. See, I was always a fighter for my father. I was always his lawyer. I was always his advocate, his ambassador. I was always about my father's business, but I didn't have that knowledge. I didn't have the knowledge. And once I obtained the knowledge of how to properly approach him, what he required of me, I got in line. If you really love somebody and they say, I don't like when you fry the chicken like that, You're not gonna fry the chicken like that. And this is just, I think, last little things. And last thing after the video is basically him that leave people in the prayer. And then he mad. This is why they want to make him look like he was an overdoser. So you don't value this. That's what it's all about. They're trying to get you to not get that part of his life by remembering what they want to say. Greetings, my beloved sister. Shalom, my sister Nikki said it part. What we're doing, what this video is summarizing, is that the slandering, the propaganda, the accusations, the lies concerning Earl. My daddy's name's Earl. My mother's dad's name's Earl. Earl Simmons is so that people can't take him serious when he wants to lead them in prayer. Like how they say, he ain't God fear man. He just a this and a third. But that man left here in peace, y'all. That man left here in peace. And the enemy wants you to think he overdosed. Your son named Earl, Lisa. Oh, see there? A few weeks ago, I ran to HOI camp, was speaking to Earl Simmons about who he was and listened to them. You mean to tell me he got to have that meeting? Oh, sister, wait a minute. Let me read that again. A few weeks ago, I ran into HOI camp, was speaking to Earl Simmons. You got to run into seeing them talk to him about who he was, and he listened to them. Thank you, Father. Even if they said just enough for him to consider. It don't matter who you is. When the Most High wants to get your attention, he gonna get your attention. Well, we only enough to be able to watch them, and they can't be they can't be touched or blessed by just a simpleton down the road who got some wisdom. And I don't mean a simpleton, but I mean I didn't mean to say that. What I was trying to say was just a simple old person. God, the Most High does that. Look, yo. When he came on the scene, was he not looking like the commoners? I said it wrong, sis, not me. I saw the video. Oh, okay, on YouTube talking to Earl Simmons. Okay. Well, you still witnessed it, whether in person or online, you witnessed it. To then come tell me this, sis. You know how much that means to me, because before I walked away from here to wipe Zebby, Most High said rejoice. So you just giving me confirmation you the third witness, sis, because I remembered that video when he did that. I said, his video, his confession, he said he was not going back to the world. Then I saw the picture in the hospital bed. There's like a smile on his face, completeness. Then thirdly, sister, you said that he ran to the brothers and he listened to them. If you will hearken and diligently hearken to the voice of just hear. That's all the Most High requires, is that you just listen. He gonna do the rest. That those that don't want to listen, can't deal with them. He was like, wow, we was the people. And if he was with the knowledge that he had as just God and Jesus, or with what he was doing, if he was doing videos like this with what he knew, do you understand what he would have done with that knowledge? This is what it was like. They see, the devil sees when the wicked ones see when you about to be a problem. They watch. But the Most High said, no, you're not going to get this one. He said, no one can pluck him out of your hand. Most High said he's the door. No man can shut. He said he's the light of the world. He said he's the bread of life. He said he is the way, the truth, and life. He said he's the resurrection. He said the true vine. I choose to believe him for that. And if somebody says they believe him for that, can somebody take that from them? No, they cannot take that from them. So y'all, I just wanted to be that one person amongst the many out there that upload this video to say, please don't allow the media garbage to paint the picture of this man. And please trust and believe me, you, that the Most High, even though he's not on this earth, is still going to use his voice to get others. And don't think just because your body is in a sleep state that you can't be affected. Do what you can do now so that if you was to be taken out of here by the Most High was to call you home, that you will have something that will still be able to be a threat to this kingdom. We got a video of him asking to lead people into prayer sincerely from their heart to accept him in a life, the true living word. And now I need to go watch that video. I thank you, Sister Nikki, Sister Lisa, Brother Jack, all the others that are watching who may not have time. You probably at work driving, you just don't type in, but you've been loyal. If you're loyal to the Most High, I appreciate you. That's all I'm looking for. That's all I care about. Be loyal to him. I'm not looking for fans. I'm not looking for subscribers. I'm not looking for support. You support the Most High, you on my side. We on the same team. I love you. And I want us to keep, that's right. Just like the Most High used Saul and then turned him into Paul. He transformed him on his way to go be killing some more. He said, why is you kicking against the break? Why is you persecuting me? He said, oh, I didn't know I was doing all of that. You mean to tell me I was killing you? It's like the Most High can deal with those who love him, but they don't have the knowledge according to him. X said that. My people perish due to lack of knowledge. We have a zeal for him, but not according to knowledge. And when the Most High give us that knowledge, like the book said, where my book at? I'm going to just read this again, y'all. Out of Enoch 104. I'll get that in a minute. Enoch 104. Verses 10 through 13. And now I know this mystery, that sinners will alter and pervert the words of righteousness. If they don't do it to the word, who are we? In many ways, and will speak wicked words and lie and practice great deceits and write books concerning their words. But when they write down truthfully all my words in their languages, do not change or diminish aught from my words, but write them down all truthfully, that I first testify concerning them. Then I know another mystery, that books will be given to the righteous and the wise to become a cause of joy and uprightness and much wisdom. And to them shall the books be given, and they shall believe in them. And then shall all the righteous who have learned thereof all the paths of uprightness be recompensed. There we have it, family. We're at that time when these books are being restored to us, and we're being led into the paths of uprightness, to leave the paths of perverseness, wickedness. Let them have that filth. And just know, beloveds, he ain't leave here slipping and falling and he couldn't get up. He ain't leave here like that. So don't believe it. And let's keep the families let's keep our nation lifted up. For our lost, for our found, they still need prayer. For our forgotten, our trodden down. From the elder to the young, from the young to the elder, even to the unborn. Let's keep them in prayer, family. I love y'all so very much. I pray you have a wonderful day. Thank you for spending this time with me. Again, a rebuke to you, Demi, Lavato. You on the list. You and the rest of you like your kind. Most High, I'm sending waging war arrows your way to pierce you as I speak in the mighty name of Yeshua, the true Savior. In the mighty name of Yeshua, so be it is done. Love you too, Sister Lisa. Love you too, Sister Nikki. Love you too, Brother Jack. Love you too, all my brothers and sisters. Any new subscribers, anybody watching, you still on the fence. Love you. Stop playing with the fence. Get off that fence and come on this side. You save more money to getting on this side than any Allstate, Progressive, any insurance. Save your life. Yeah, the Most High is using his people, and the enemy is mad. I love you, sis. That's right, sis. I love you more. That's right. He's mad, and it's over for him. Love you, brother. That's right. Y'all have a wonderful day. Stand for the Most High righteousness and do it on purpose, in purpose, for purpose. I don't care if it's this daggone person in the grocery store. Say, the Most High love you. You're precious to him. You're valuable to him. Smile. Okay? Everybody can't see you smile behind your mask, but just be like, or let your eyes say something to him, daggone it. And guess what? I don't know. But I don't think the lady had a mask on to help me at the store. Hold up. Zion, come here real quick, son. See if you can remember something for me. Come to think of it. I don't give that shit. Hold up, y'all. Son, did the lady in the grocery store to help pay for our stuff, did she have a mask on?
How did you forget?
Told you. She didn't have a mask on. I know it's. What's my thumbnail? Was it this? The shirt? Oh, my face. Rebuke the Demi Lavato. Look at there, y'all. She ain't had no mask on. She was in the store, standing in there. Remember I told you when I was purging my fruit, challenging my faith? Sticking to that. All right, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go. Love y'all. I don't even know what a thumbnail was, bro. I thought it was just, what's the thumbnail? Okay, I'm definitely gonna leave a good review for that man. I just thought it was a picture of me when I said rebuke the Demi Lavato. But y'all, let's keep in prayer our nation, and let's also send waging war prayers against the synagogue of Satan, the Kabbalah, the Illuminati, and the Masons. All right. Oh, yeah. My mom said it puts her in the mind of a dove. Y'all, I'm telling you, y'all gotta think. Shouts out to my little beloved sweetheart. What's her name? Azariah. No, Ziara. She did my editing for my video. The little girls that came with me that one week, I immersed them. She did that for me. She stopped it right there. I said, girl, you good. I know you did that, girl. That was a good look. I know. That's why I changed it today. Because the Most High anointed that dance. All right, love y'all, family. You have a peace and wonderful day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace and blessing to you. Blessed be high, O my soul, and all that's within me. We're going to bless his holy set apart name. In Yeshua, the true living word, we shall be confident.